At the end of the day, it's just a way for Facebook to make easy money. You're just like 2-3 clicks away from turning a post into an ad. I'm sure they make billions of dollars through this method, but they don't need any more of your money. Be smart and use the Facebook Ads Manager interface instead. What's up, everybody? Alvaro here from Alvaro Barrios Digital, and today I am talking all about why you should avoid hitting the ever tempting boost button for your organic posts inside of Facebook. So this is a common mistake that many people make, and honestly, I understand why. It's just so easy to hit that boost button. You're literally 2-3 clicks away from turning a post into an ad. It's convenient, it's fast, so why wouldn't you do it? Well, the reason you don't want to do it is because when you use the boost button, you are very limited in terms of your settings for that specific campaign. First and foremost, you're going to be limited in terms of your objectives, you're going to be limited in terms of your targeting, and you're going to be limited in terms of your budget settings. Don't worry, I'm going to show you what this all looks like shortly so that you have a very good visual of it. And instead of hitting the boost button, what you should do is that you want to hop inside of Facebook Ads Manager and turn that post into an ad through the Ads Manager interface. In there, you're going to get your full stack of options in terms of targeting options, settings, so on and so forth. It's simply a better way. Yes, it's slower, but at the end of the day, it only takes a little bit longer, so it's not that much of a sacrifice, and you're going to get your money's worth. So let's go ahead and first look at the boost button. That way you know why you shouldn't be doing this, and then we'll dive into how to do it properly inside of Facebook Ads Manager. All right, so here we are on my Facebook business page. Here's my most recent post. I was featured on someone else's podcast. I put it on there, and then lo and behold, as you're probably aware, there is that magical boost button. Very bright, very obvious right there. Very tempting for me to go ahead and click on it. But I'm going to walk through why you shouldn't do that. So if you click on the boost button, you'll see right off the bat that the goal or the objective in this case is actually automatically set for you. You let Facebook select the most relevant goal based on your settings. Well, you know what? I think that gives Facebook a little bit too much power. At the end of the day, they're going to do what's actually best for them, what makes them the most money, and they're not going to look after you. So I do not want to give them that kind of power. So you can change it, but even when you do change it, you don't get the same options that you do inside of the Ads Manager interface. You can use get more messages, get more website visitors, more engagement, more leads, more calls. You'll notice here that the conversions objective is not on here. There is the get more leads objective, but that is the objective where when people click on the ad, a form pops up inside of Facebook. So what if I just want the good old-fashioned conversions objective? I'm kind of out of luck here if I'm trying to boost my post. So going further on down, when it comes to the targeting options, again, by default, they want you to use a quote-unquote smart audience, which again gives them all the power. I do not recommend that doing that because they're just going to do what's best for them. But even if you go down here where you can choose, people who like your page or people who you choose through targeting, cool, let's go through that one. Let's build an audience. While I can choose anything inside of regular good old detailed targeting options like I can inside of Facebook Ads Manager, you'll notice in here there's no place for me to target here my custom audiences. So what if I do want to target a very specific video views audience or people who are visiting a specific page on my website? I can't do that here through the boost button. Furthermore, there's also nowhere for me to choose lookalikes. So if I want to go after a very powerful and well-performing lookalike that I've tested in the past, I have no way of doing that. I'm simply stuck with the detailed targeting options that I can select through here, which in some cases is fine, but in other cases it's not, right? And then lastly, if I keep on scrolling further down, you'll see here that everything is a lifetime budget. You choose the number of days, you choose the end date, and then you choose how much you're going to spend over, in this case at least, 7 days. But what if I want a daily budget? What if I feel that's going to be a better option for me for optimization purposes? Well, again, I'm just completely out of luck. So this is why I do not recommend using the boost button. At the end of the day, it's just a way for Facebook to make easy money. You're just like 2-3 clicks away from turning a post into an ad. I'm sure they make billions of dollars through this method, but they don't need any more of your money. Be smart and use the Facebook Ads Manager interface instead. Okay, cool. And before we dive back into Facebook Ads Manager, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps support this channel. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss any of my future content. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into Facebook Ads Manager. So inside of the Facebook Ads Manager interface, let's go look at that same post and turn it into an ad this way. So you're going to start off just like any other campaign. As always, you're going to click create, and then you can choose your objectives right here. So I'm going to go for, in this case, traffic, because this is a podcast episode on someone else's website. But again, you couldn't see the conversions objective in the other one. So if I wanted to choose conversions, then I would choose leads here. The interface here has been updated recently, so this can get a little bit confusing for some people where they're used to seeing leads or conversions as two separate objectives. Now everything's under this leads category, and then from there you can then choose conversions. I know, super confusing. I think it's unnecessary, but just wanted to give that quick announcement right there. But like I said, in this case, I'm going to do traffic, so I can go ahead and click continue right there. And I'm just going to give this a name, test name, since I'm not actually going to launch this. But again, I'm doing this for sample purposes for this video. Now let's go to the ad set. And then in here, look, I can choose daily budget as opposed to lifetime. I can be a little bit more specific in terms of my start and stop times. But even more importantly, I have access to all my custom audiences, and I can also access any lookalikes that I have created as well. So I have my full, arsenal of targeting options available in here, available to me. So I'm going to just simply set up an ad like I normally would from beginning to end for this campaign. Now, here's the part that most people essentially get tripped up on, because since this is an organic post on my Facebook business page, right? How do I go about and choosing that and turning that into the ad? So there's a couple of different ways to do it. First and foremost, let me just change the name here to Organic Podcast Post. I'm going to select my Instagram page right there. And then as I keep on scrolling down, right, you can choose create ad or use existing post. So I'm going to choose use existing post. So there's two options you can utilize here. You can use select post, or you can do enter post. So in this case, I'm going to do select post, and there it is. So since it's my most recent post, it's just easy for me to select it. I would click continue, and then my post would be uploaded. The other option is to use the post ID. So if I actually go back to the post here on my actual business page, let me show you where to find this. So when I'm at the actual post, if I then actually just click on the date right here that was posted, it's not very obvious. It's something that it's easily glossed over. But if I click on that, it then takes me to a page where there's just this post and nothing else. And up here, I can get my post ID. So all I want to do is highlight that, copy it, and then I come over here, enter post ID, click submit, and there we go. So that's the easier option if it's a very old post that is easier to find inside the Facebook business page. Whereas if I just do select post, that's the easier option if it's a recent post. So it kind of just depends on how recent or old the post is in terms of the ease of use for both of those cases. And then here we go. It's just a regular campaign, as if you were to create a cold traffic campaign and create the ad from scratch. Everything else is the same. You have full access to all the benefits and features of Facebook Ads Manager. It just takes a little bit longer, so it is worth doing it this way. All right, and there you have it. Now you know why you should avoid the boost button, and now you know how to do it inside of Facebook Ads Manager instead. Let me know if you have any additional questions about that in the comments below. Here are 2 more videos for you to check out. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.